What's going on, guys? So, figured I'd show you a real quick, simple video that I did here. Okay, so you can see this is my light. It comes on. That's actually on an occupancy sensor. So as soon as it detects motion, it turns on automatically. And you can see this cord right here goes up to the fan, and then the fan's got an outlet on it, so it goes over and it feeds the other fan. So it used to be to where these fans would simply just turn on, and I'll be honest with you, I don't know what it draws for current, but that's an LED, and those are all LED. So whatever it was drawing for current is it's not what it was factory. So this base here, you can see this base here, there's an outlet plugged into it. Okay, and that outlet gets plugged into this box, and then there's a cord that runs down and goes to this box. Okay, you heard the fan. This cord here is basically just some by the foot that you get at Lowe's or Home Depot. I forget what it was. I think it's 14 gauge, and you can see right here is well, I'm using it as an anti-short. And what it is, if you don't know anything about these boxes, you can't really see it here. You can see it on top. Those are knockouts, okay? You can knock those out with the screwdriver, needle nose, pair of dikes, whatever. And what it is I knocked out this side on over here, this one on the other side over here, and then I've got the cord going up, and I essentially did the same thing here. So I wired in this outlet, okay? I wired it in, but instead of using hot, neutral, ground, I'm using hot, hot ground, because the neutral is coming off of here. So when I did my receptacle here, if you've done anything with receptacles or anything electrical, you know that the silver screw is for your neutrals. So what I did is I left the silver screw intact, meaning the top and the bottom are tied together. So what I feed in here comes out here as far as the neutral. And then this side here, the hot, I've got the hot going through this cord to the switch, and then when I turn the switch on, the hot goes back up and activates the other outlet. Okay, now when I first did it, it was telling me with my receptacle tester, it was telling me that my hot and neutral were reversed. So what I did, I just had shoulder surgery, so I actually installed this. I left the cord and the other box, I left that for my nephew to help me out with, because I couldn't lift up my arm, at least not holding anything. So I had my nephew put this in, and again, using my receptacle tester, I diagnosed that the hot and neutral were reversed. Well, like I said, switches aren't going to have a silver terminal on it, because you'll never use, or you shouldn't use, any neutral on your switch. The receptacle, you've got one side has the black screw, one side has the silver screw. It's a black and silver, and then right up on top of it is another black and silver, because there's two receptacles, so there's 4 screws. Black and silver on this one, black and silver on this one, okay? And there's a tab in the receptacle itself that you can break you can break neutral, or you can break hot, or you can break them both. So I broke the hot side, not the neutral side. So essentially what I'm doing is I'm coming out of here into here with my hot and my neutral, and my neutral is connected through, so neutral goes into here, but my hot goes down into the switch, and then it goes back up to this top receptacle, for example. It would work if I had the fan plugged in down here and if I had this plugged in up there. But it was showing me that my hot and my neutral were reversed. Was not reversed in here. It was reversed in here. Now this is such an old deal that it doesn't have a black screw and a silver screw to indicate hot and neutral. They're both screws are black. So when I was able to, I unplugged this and I pulled this off the wall and I reversed the wires, the black and the white wires, and then all of a sudden it's correct coming out of here, which means it's correct going into here, which means everything is now correct. The only downfall of this setup that you need to be aware of if you ever decide to do something like this is going to be, if this gets unplugged, you've got hot exposed on the blades. The blades of the plug will be hot. So if you ever unplug something like this, you have to unplug this end. Otherwise, you unplug this end, you touch it, you're getting zapped. Okay. But what you could do in something like this, like what I could have done, is I could have plugged it in here and then brought this end in on top, and then that would not be a concern. I'm not concerned with it. My wife and my daughter both know, well, it's kind of high, it's a stretch for me, but my wife and my daughter both know not to mess with it. So, and then like I said, I've got hot coming into the switch, hot going out of the switch to my little box here, okay? And just to let you know, I live in Vegas. It tends to get, 110 out here, which is why I've got these fans out here. So yeah, that's something quick, cheap, and easy that I did. I happen to have this cord here, this is the exact same cord that I made this up with. Okay, I had to buy my ends. Okay, I had to buy my little strain relief deals, anti-shorts here, and I did some modification here. So, but this was already set up. I didn't have to modify that at all. So all I had to do was make up this cord, attach this box. I had to buy this box, receptacle, and plate. I had this cord here, so I had to buy this strain relief, which is that strain relief there. Same thing. I happen to have this cord. I had to buy this box here, which I painted black. They don't come black. And then this is not a stainless cover. It is a galvanized cover. So I had to buy switch, box plate, strain relief, receptacle, box plate, strain relief, and 2 of these bail connectors, which are like $4 each. I think this whole project cost me probably under 20 bucks. I was going to use some weatherproof boxes attached to the wall here, but these are cheaper. It doesn't need to be weatherproof, so these are cheaper. And the plates are also cheaper too. If you get a plate like this, you're probably going to want to get a galvanized plate, because if you get a regular wall plate, and it being in the garage, it's more prone to breaking. Plastic is. So these are nice and solid. So that's my quick, short, and easy video of what I did and how I did this. Just got sick and tired of trying to talk to my wife, because we smoke in the garage. We don't smoke in the house. I got sick and tired of trying to talk to her or be on the phone, and I got to listen to the fans. So now I don't want the fans on, I turn them off. Want them on, turn them on. And if I ever have to replace these fans, they're Amazon fans. That's fine. Only thing that's really gonna be horrible is this plug here. I'd have to cut it and probably make a I wouldn't want to redo all this stuff. So, and that looks kind of horrible anyways, but you can see I got, that's the factory plug there. So, but you can see I did some modification here, but the point of this video though is this right here, what I did here. Like I said, this plug, this little pigtail that I made, I could have easily not done this plug and just used another strain relief on the top here, because there's a knockout there, and I could have hardwired it in, but I didn't do that. So so anyways, that's it for this video, and I know it's been a while since I've done a video. I'm working on something now. I just plasti dipped my bow tie red. I'm gonna try to dip just the center of it black, and I'll make a video on that, because I haven't seen any videos on two-tone plasti dip, so I don't know. So anyways, yeah, that's this in a nutshell. If you're interested in seeing my next video, which who knows what the topic is going to be, I said this, but who knows. If you're interested in seeing my next video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If this helped you out, if you know someone that's looking to do something like this, go ahead and feel free to hit that like, share the video. One side note too is without this plugged in, I can work on this all day long and not worry about getting zapped, okay? And the same thing, if I had done this right into the top, I could do it all, and I wouldn't have to worry about getting zapped, because it doesn't get energized unless this is plugged in. Okay? So I know there's people out there that are, you know, electricity scares you, and you know, understandably so. Something like this, they recommend that you turn the breaker off, but I just put a piece of tape right on my sensor here, so my lights would not turn on when I was doing this. So just an FYI, you can do something like this, and then just leave this till the very end. Maybe leave that for an electrician. If you do something like this, and then you call an electrician out to wire this in, then you're gonna save some money, because I know electricians charge a lot. So anyways, that's my video, and I will see you on the next one. Until then, thank you. Goodbye.